Alright, what's up you guys? Here we go. We had the fourth day, we just finished. The market is about to close, so today we had a long day. A longer day, a much longer day, what is expected. The first red day, what we have to put onto the calendar, it's a small one. Nevertheless, it's a red day, so it's never good to have one, but unfortunately it happened. That's why we have the money management and the stop losses in place, so we avoid, or at least try to avoid, the big drawdowns. The morning trading went well. We have a gap up on the market with some good earnings, and I traded long to the long side on the market two times. Both of them was a winner. We were up very decently. Hindsight, that's when I should have stopped, but we was approaching to the 410 level, which was a long-standing demand zone, and what we turn to a supply level because we break through. My only problem was today, probably because we never retested this level, so the price action basically just blew through. I entered right before the 410. We had a consolidation on a very, very low volume. So I think what happened is a lot of traders was anticipating as we reach the supply level, the market's gonna turn around, at least it's gonna drop a little bit, so it's gonna give us some opportunity to the short side. But unfortunately it didn't happen, it just blew through. Until that point, the volume, the trading volume of the day was extremely low. Even the market went higher, it was extremely low. At that point, around 1:30, when the breakout happened, usually we already clocking in at least 50-60% of the trading volume for the entire day. In this case was extremely low. We standed at about 30, maybe 35, but I don't think even we reached the 35%. So in my take, when we have a low volume breakout, just somewhat not justifying the price movement, so we can anticipate a reversal, and in this case it didn't happen. We blow through the 410, and I think what is fueled the rest of the upside momentum is all the traders basically who trapped to the short side had to bail out, and in that case we just fueled the upside momentum. So basically today we traded 5 times. 3 of them was a winner, 2 of them was a loser. Unfortunately, the 2 losers all were bigger than the winners, but again, with the good money management, we avoided a catastrophic loss. So we have a loss, which inevitable, we have to take some losses. It's never good to have a red day, but again, with good money management, we still on the market. We have another day to trade, and the market is just closed. So let me break down the trades. Let's get into it. Let's just start the recap here. So let me show you my entries, what I took for the day. The first entry, as we can see, we had a nice gap up from yesterday close. Yesterday we sold off quite aggressively. We broke our 405 level, and basically we just ended in the red. And today morning we had some good earnings report, so the market opened higher. It opened up with a gap. So consider all that, the 2-day morning for me started very, very well. I entered my first trade right on this breakout. Let me put my little candle, actually my little arrow, I'm sorry. This was my first entry at 44 right here, and as broke out I sold half on top and the rest of it as it came back down. So it wasn't a big winner, but was a nice size. The second one, it was a very, very nice trade. As we remember, in the past few days we talk about this void area right here. This was our yesterday. Let me just go back over here. This, the 407.84, it was our yesterday high, but we traded in the voided area. So my anticipation was, as we break through, basically we're gonna have a lot of room to go, and it was this area. So my entry was right there at the breakout, and I let, even if this one is a big area, I let my trade go and I exited on the top. So these two trades basically gave me over $300. So this was very, very nice. And my third trade was another attempt for the breakout for the high of day, which I exited almost break even. It's a very minimal profit on it, so we can consider as the third trade. It was right as the candle made a new high and exited as broke back below, a couple candles over. And my last trade, actually it was two trades. One of the trades, let me show you over here. As we remember, the 410 area, not exactly the 410 area, but the 440 area, 440, 450 area, for me was the actual previous demand zone, what we break down, and then it's becoming a supply level. So my original thinking, even the market was moving up very nicely, at that point was a very, very low volume. We were traded very extended, way above the volume weighted average price. So my thinking was, as we're gonna reach the level, we're gonna have some short opportunities to take, and exactly that's what I did. When the candle broke at 104, I entered. Unfortunately, it was for just a few seconds, actually a few minutes I was in the green, but it's reversed on me. So I got upside down on the trade. As we broke through the 410, as it came down, I entered, added to my position, which I never like to do. But again, because we was breaking down a previous demand zone turn to supply zone, I was confident it will turn around. Unfortunately, didn't happen, went higher, and because I think it's so many traders was anticipating the breakdown, it unfortunately didn't happen. The market just went up, and as it went higher, all the trapped short sellers, as they were selling, was giving a fuel to the upside momentum. So that's why I had to take a significant loss, and as we reached our height, I attempted one more time to go short before the 411 level. I hold it through this little choppiness, and again, as it broke through, I exited for a little bit of loss, but this loss was my major loss. So we turned into a small loss today. Unfortunately, when the market had so much higher, we managed to lose on the day. It is what it is. That is fine. That's it's not a guarantee every day you're gonna make money on the market. That's what we have to keep in mind, and it's very important. It doesn't matter how much you know, it doesn't matter how much you learn. You cannot be stubborn. You cannot think your way is the right way, and just follow your plan. Keep your stop losses. The red days is inevitable. It's always gonna happen. It's happened to everybody. Just take the losses and move on. So tomorrow is gonna be a new day. We will see what the market will give us, and we just take it from there. And as always, learn, study. Don't try to be a wannabe. Be greater as the day passes.